My name is Susanne Stover. I am the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for the New York Racing Association. So most recently I was the CFO of Rosa Mexicano Restaurants, which if you live in New York you're familiar with. Rosa Mexicano is an upscale chain of restaurants and owns right now 15 restaurants operating in 9 states as well as international locations. I've also held positions with California Pizza Kitchen, AOL Time Warner, and the Walt Disney Company. I did an internet startup company, and I started my career in public accounting. You know, Rosa Mexicano was a great experience of being that CFO, and I learned a couple of really important things that have helped me in my position now. One, I think, is really infrastructure building, that you need to have the right infrastructure and base in place to be able to grow. And that was something Rosa Mexicano grew. I started when it was 5 restaurants, and it grew, quite a bit. And really making sure we have the right base so that it doesn't topple as it grows. And that's something that's been important at NYRA as well as we, look to in this transformative stage. Strategy is very, very important, of really thinking strategically about the business. So it's not just about the infrastructure, it's not just about building the finance, but it's thinking about strategically where the company is headed so that I can be a true partner and leader in the business in moving it forward. And kind of hand in hand with that is thinking really thoughtfully about the investment strategy and where we're going to invest our money. So Rosa Mexicano, we had raised venture capital funds as well as debt, and it was really important to make sure that we invested those funds wisely to grow the company. And kind of similarly with New York Racing Association, we now have money that has been coming in for the last 2 years where the company didn't have very much money previously. So it's been really important to think about how carefully we invest those funds for the long-term health of the company. It's really going back to a 3-year kind of longer-term strategic plan, thinking about where you want the company to be in 3 years, and then stepping back into the current year and what are the steps that you need to take this year to be able to achieve that long-term strategy. It's going through kind of from that perspective, what do you want to do to invest the money? And then it's also looking at all of the different areas that perhaps need investment. So NYRA did not have capital, did not have cash to be able to invest in the facilities for a number of years. So there was a lot of projects that need to be done, that still need to be done today. So then it's prioritizing all of those projects and really looking at them and saying, okay, is there something that's related to safety? Okay, we have to do that. Is there something that's revenue enhancing? Is there something that we do that's going to be cost saving? And then, what is really going to drive our strategy forward? Focusing on the financial infrastructure, as you build a company, and whether it's more of a smaller company like Rosa Mexicano that was looking to grow, or if it's NYRA that has been a large company or mid to large company for quite a while but hasn't really evolved, it's really going through all of the various processes and steps and making sure that you have everything that's in place that will enable you to sustain the growth. So it's everything from looking at your accounts payable function, your purchasing function, are you utilizing technology, are your various systems talking to each other? If you start to grow and you have a lot of volume and you don't have integrated systems, you're going to run into a lot of issues. You're going to have a lot more manual efforts to be able to help that. So it's really going through all of the key financial processes and then various key processes throughout the organization to make sure that you can sustain that growth, and if you have a lot of volume that's coming through, that you're able to handle that.